So a final wrap-up video to wrap everything up with episode 131 of Dragon Ball Super. Talk about a lot of the details or whatever. And just kind of put a close to the kind of review-ish era of, the Dragon Ball Super anime until it either returns or whatever. Again, there's still so much Dragon Ball stuff out there. Dragon Ball's not going anywhere. It's just we're not going to have episode reviews for a while. Simple as, whatever. But let's talk about a lot of different things that happened. And overall, I want to kind of get a gauge of the pulse of, was the finale 131 good and a great cap to Dragon Ball Super, or it was just Like, I have seen some feedback of people not liking it. I've seen a lot of feedback of people enjoying it. Also, thank you guys for over 9,000 likes already on episode 131 review. I appreciate the support as always. And also, thank you to everybody that joined me in my first Twitch live stream. We're going to be trying to live stream at least an hour or two every night. Definitely tune into the Twitch. But let's continue. So, 17 getting the MVP title. Definitely, I think that adds a nice cap in general to not only his character, but he deserved it. Because if you look at the tournament power, in fact, you go back to since he's been introduced back into the story, 17 has been impressive all the way through. And I think in the beginning, people were like, 17, how is he keeping up with Super Saiyan Blue Goku? That don't make no sense. And I'd still argue it was a little bit like, whoa, but a little reaching there, Mike. But I was kind of like, hey, whatever. But a lot of people were not down with that. But I think it was, we didn't realize the greatness. We didn't understand the magnitude of what we were about to be in store for with 17. I think that was to showcase just how valuable he's about to be to the Tournament of Power, to Universe 7 in this arc, because he started off there, keeping up with a Super Saiyan Blue Goku, seemingly, Even if Goku was holding back, 17 was putting in work. Nobody questioned it or whatever. So that. Then, of course, in the Tournament of Power, the countless rescues and saves, him and 18 taking out people, him against Jiren, him against Topo. The man, time and time again, even overtook Master Roshi, because Roshi was close to being MVP. But even taking Master Roshi's spot and truly owning it, I think that was incredible. That's definitely a big notch to, successful, right? Because on top of that, him getting the cruise, which, little Easter egg, if I'm not mistaken, that's the same cruise ship that they had in Battle of Gods when it was for Bulma's birthday. Yeah, I believe it was Bulma's birthday. I get confused because I remember originally it was supposed to be Krillin and 18's wedding or something like that, but then they switched it to Bulma's birthday. So yeah, little Easter egg there. Again, it could totally be different, but I'm pretty sure that's the same cruise ship, and it's nice, like it ties it all around to, again, the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. And again, 17, his whole character really owned from episode, 79? That the Tournament of Power or the Universe Survival Saga started up until now. He definitely was a great thing, and till the very end, him getting the wish and him wishing for the right thing, bringing all the universes back, was nice, and it was different. A lot of people said it was going to be Frieza that got the wish. A lot of people said it was going to be, of course, typical Goku getting the wish. A lot of people said a lot of different things, but 17 grabbing it was a very nice surprise and a very different twist. It wasn't, the typical Goku and Vegeta show, one of them, or Frieza, let's change things up. It was 17. So, again, another great thing that it was a little more unpredictable on who was getting the wish in the end. Of course, there's going to be people that said, I've been saying that in every single comment, in every single video, that it would be 17 since I was born in 1941. I apologize. I don't know. Yeah. Then Frieza, for better or worse, because a lot of people wasn't down with Frieza just becoming a good guy. I think the moments he had, especially the moment when him and Goku were standing side by side, Goku had the Super Saiyan gold looking hair for a second, and they pushed it forward. Incredible moments. And I think Frieza is a very shining part on Akira Toriyama's talents as a writer, and it's very overlooked, alongside with Jiren as well, because it showcased something that, if you think about it, is not done that often in shonen manga or shonen anime, where a character that is a villain or an antagonist can get some incredibly interesting and good development into changing to wherever they're, of course, going to go. Again, with Frieza, it's like throughout the whole Tournament of Power, we saw signs of him actually using teamwork, something that they didn't want to do, which, let's address that real quick. We saw teamwork, of course, Frieza and Goku, and they used it, and they pushed back Jiren, and it was the end, and bam, they won or whatever. Frieza using that teamwork in the end was because once you get to the desperate point of like, yo, our lives are on the line. In the beginning, Goku and all them was like, yo, we just started the tournament. We're not going to want to do teamwork. We have our pride and everything. We don't care. When it comes down to the wire, it's like, yo, we're all about to be out of this. We gave it our all, this whole thing. We're not going to do everything we possibly can now. So, of course, they're going to use teamwork. I didn't see anything wrong with that. But Frieza's changed throughout the tournament. And then, of course, in the end, they had to give us that evil tyrant thing, because I'll address that in a second. But it was magnificent, and it shined on Toriyama's abilities to really play with a villain's character and give them development in a way that's not unrealistic and, unsuiting of him, because he changed a lot. The ending, though, I would argue it was a shoehorn thing. I think it was to assure fans that the greatest villain, arguably, of all time, Frieza, is not a good guy. He did what he did. He, went through the tournament. He pushed as hard as he could. He even worked alongside Goku, but he's not good. Don't ever look at Frieza like he's good. In the end, he has the whole Frieza Force back, and he's like, the tyrant of the universe has returned, the Emperor. Like, that was incredible in a way, but I do see certain aspects of people saying, yo, that's shoehorned in, because we had great development. You would think that maybe Frieza could even go the route of a Vegeta someday. I wouldn't want that. I want Frieza to be evil, and that's what Toei was assuring us, like, he is evil, but who knows? When the movie comes around, we could see some differences and see more of that shining talent that Toriyama has of developing a villain. Maybe there will be aspects in the future arc, if, let's just say, Frieza comes to attack, where he might not be as ruthless, as heartless, because he spent time working alongside these people struggling for their lives. Frieza, regardless if he'll ever admit it or not, he has some type of bond with Goku. Whether it's just respect of this guy, you know what I'm saying, he really is my rival. Whatever it is, Frieza has definitely obtained that. Going back into Toriyama again, his talents to develop people that are antagonists and villains, antagonists and even almost villain, Jiren, he was incredible throughout of it. And you know what I'm saying? Even after he took the L, and when he was speaking with Toppo and shit, and congratulating and thanking Goku for everything that he did, it was amazing. It really does make me sad to think, like, yo, just take this in for a second. Take it all in. We may never see Jiren again. Hypothetically speaking, of course, if Dragon Ball never comes back with an anime, which it will, but that's one option. But think about it. Are they going to really want to focus in on the old? Like, he might be the hit of whatever arc we come back with. If Dragon Ball Super comes back, let's just say summer of 2019, he's just going to be hit. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be the incredible guy that he was in this tournament. So going to be a sad thing missing Jiren. And again, overall, Jiren's character, whether you love it or hate it, a lot of it was because we didn't have that much time and they didn't start developing him until way later in the tournament. That was a mistake on Toei's part. Should have been developing Jiren throughout it, opening up more development into his, or more layers into his character, because Jiren is an interesting guy. So we should have got more of that from Jiren. Toei, a little bit on their fault, but imagine if Toriyama had more of his character development spread out throughout major amounts of episodes, then Jiren would have been incredibly great. So for what they did, with the amount of time they played with it, I think they did a good job on even Jiren. And of course, seeing the revival of everybody, the little Kaba and the Saiyans and thanking Vegeta and stuff like that, all of it was beautifully done. Like, honestly, for the people that hate this episode, I really don't understand how you can hate this episode when it was safe. It played it safe, but it was still amazing and touched up on everything it possibly could in the time span. You got to think we had one episode to wrap up a lot. Get the wish, finish the fight with Jiren, wrap everything up. So great stuff. Then of course the ending with Goku versus Vegeta. I want to dive more into it at another time regarding the Ultra Instinct comment of Goku not being able to obtain it, but that was insane to essentially think Goku and Vegeta are equals now at the end of all of this, or possibly one is over the other. You know, we don't know exactly how strong Vegeta's new sparkly transformation is compared to Kaioken Super Saiyan Blue Goku. So that'll be a debate out there forever, and another video we could dive into too at another time. See, that's what I'm talking about, that there's so much Dragon Ball to talk about, even from what this episode left us with, that there's plenty of content to, move forward with in the future and whatnot. But honestly, the finale, it wrapped up and touched up on so many things. Now, something that a lot of people were hating on Dragon Ball for a long time, and they're even arguing right now, the people that dislike this episode, is the fact that they felt because the universes were wished back, which was very predictable, and I'll agree on that, definitely predictable, it was a waste of time. No, the comment of the Grand Priest, what he said, or the Great Priest, is essentially Zeno was testing people. He was like, the winner of this should be an incredibly great warrior and possibly even kind, essentially, be throw it all in there, and would wish for all the universes to come back. However, if they didn't, they were going to wipe out everything. You see what I'm saying? So that showcases that Zeno was actually testing people. This was a test from Zeno. So there was a point to all this. It was Zeno looking at the mortals like, do they deserve their lives? And that's, I think, the par for the course theme of a lot of what Dragon Ball Super was doing, was essentially mortals and gods and the conflicts between the two of them. Of course, we had the angels and stuff like that. But from Jump Street, if you think about it, Battle of Gods, Beerus and Whis showing up, the gods showing up. Obviously, Goku trying to take out Beerus. Their involvement in Resurrection F was showcasing the gods overlooking an event of what the mortals are going through at one given point. Universe 6 was kind of, rummaging with the gods a little bit, kind of rumbling with them, having fun with them in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a fun arc, but cool and really cool fights in there. Then, of course, the Goku Black arc is the gods getting involved slightly into the affairs of the humans. It's like, yo, if mortals are going to be messed up, then we got to get involved. And then this is the gods working side by side with mortals to bring peace and win this thing and help everyone out. So if you look at that, I just kind of solved the whole thematic structure of Dragon Ball Super in here. Give me a high five and a crown, bro. Yay! If I had to put one final message, this is something that I say, and it's hard for me because I don't want to get teary-eyed or whatever, but I said this before and I'll say it again. Goku, and this is Master Roshi's words, but thank you for helping me to believe in myself. Thank you for helping me to once again realize that I can overcome anything if I put my mind to it. And you know what I'm saying? Thank you for everything you brought my life once again in these past 3 years, allowing me to revisit one of my favorite places in my life, my childhood. Thank you for coming back, and thank you for everything, bro. I hope one day your adventures bring you back to us. Yeah, I'm getting a little sentimental here. So thank you for everybody that joined me for this ride, and thank you to everybody that was involved. Thank you to Funimation for the great events that we've done with Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball ain't going nowhere. It's just the end of another chapter. Your overall thoughts, again, Dragon Ball Super episode 131, the finale to this incredible, amazing, fun adventure. Was it a great cap or was it disappointing? I go with great cap. I go with bam. Let's get to that next chapter. I can't wait for that movie, dog. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. Also, give me a little follow on Twitter. That's all I have for this one. I'm from Neverworld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day, and I look forward to talking to you lovely folks next time on next episode of Dragon Ball Super, or just Dragon Ball, right? Yeah, there's no Z. Yeah. Have an awesome day. That's how it be, though. Nothing but great effort just to get a C, though. Eyes watching, but we never seem to be, though. Even when stakes are high, we never seem to meet, yo. It's always please, yo. Never satisfied, though. What the fuck I gotta do to get by, though? No matter how much I seem to fucking try, though. At times I really wanna motherfucking die.